Tottenham are monitoring Julian Nagelsmann's situation as they consider replacing Antonio Conte as head coach. Nagelsmann, his sacking by Bayern Munich has just been confirmed in the last few minutes. Thomas Tuchel is confirmed as his successor. So Dharmesh Sheth here to talk about this. So what do we know about Spurs' interest in Nagelsmann?
Yeah, just as you mentioned that this is a developing story now because Bayern Munich have just confirmed the news that we've been bringing you all day here on Sky Sports News, that Julian Nagelsmann has indeed been sacked as Bayern Munich manager. Thomas Tuchel has come in and signed a 2.5-year contract with the German club. This is against the backdrop of Tottenham's pursuit of a new manager. Potentially a new manager. That's if Antonio Conte was to leave that role. Now, it's thought they are considering a number of candidates and they are keeping an eye on the situation of Julian Nagelsmann, who now, we know, is not in a job. Now, it's interesting here because Nagelsmann is someone that Tottenham Hotspur have looked at not once but twice before when they've recruited their last two managers. So it's one of those situations now where Tottenham are looking at every single potential candidate that they can against the backdrop of what's happening with Antonio Conte, because as it stands, Antonio Conte is still the manager of Tottenham Hotspur. But Tottenham kind of need to do all of their due diligence, not only if he leaves now, but also he's out of contract in the summer as Antonio Conte. So any club worth their salt, if they know that a manager's out of contract come the summer, they're going to have to look at a permanent replacement for the current manager. So that's the situation we have at the moment. It's something that they're just looking at just now with Nagelsmann. They're looking at a situation, but you've got to look at it from his point of view as well. He's just been sacked as Bayern Munich manager. Does he want to go straight into a job immediately, or does he want to take a step back, assess all of his options in the summer? Because there could be other jobs that are around as well as the Tottenham job. Everyone's talking about Real Madrid just now. Is Carlo Ancelotti going to become the Brazil head coach, and will that then be a vacancy at Real Madrid, and who will be in line for that vacancy? I'm sure Nagelsmann will be thinking, let me see if Real Madrid come to me, let me see if Tottenham come to me, and let's assess all of our options. Or he could just say, I want to get back into football straight away, and if Tottenham approach him now, yes, I'll take the job.
But as you quite rightly said, Tottenham have a manager at the moment, and it's, what, 6 days since Conte tore into his players. So what is the state of play with him?
Yeah, so one source has told us that Conte will leave his role, but while the uncertainty remains on a potential replacement, Conte staying until the end of his contract, until the end of the season, hasn't been completely ruled out. One thing is clear though, look, the Tottenham board are very aware that this is a hugely pivotal time in their season. They are desperate to get into the Champions League next season. They're currently 4th in the Premier League, and I don't think they were legislating for any kind of uncertainty over Antonio Conte's future, say 1 or 2 months ago. But here we are. Ryan Mason was previously installed as an interim cover for Jose Mourinho. Remember, just before that League Cup final, he was drafted in before that League Cup final against Manchester City. So Jose Mourinho didn't get that opportunity to try and win a trophy for Tottenham. Ryan Mason was brought in. I think this one will be slightly different, only because back then Tottenham had a slim chance of making the top 4, whereas they are in that position at the moment. They want to bring in someone who is going to almost guarantee them or give them the best possible chance of getting that top 4 before the end of the season.